All right. I've got the crypto tracker up. I have no backtrack music. Why? Because I'm in Snooze Tube. I'm streaming live to Snooze Tube, and I really don't want a copyright strike. So, no backtracks. Sorry, everybody. I know it's nice. Sometimes I play like Thelonious Monk and John Coltrane. You know, these jazz guys that nobody's ever heard of, right? I mean, there was a genre of music called jazz. But I don't know. I think like hip hop guys like use jazz samples in their songs, but that's all that's left of today's modern jazz, unfortunately. But that's a story for another time. We are in a bear market. The bears are out. The Russian bear. We are in a Russian bear crypto market, baby. Straight up. Ethereum, I don't know. I was wondering. It was getting down there. But it has not gone below 2,000. Bitcoin has not dipped below 30,000 that I'm aware of. But they are teetering on it. Going to pick up some more Bitcoin. I know everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people think this is just going to keep sinking. Let's see. We'll see. Will crypto continue to sink? And how long will it last? There was some recovery, though. I saw a little bit, but Bitcoin down 3.44%. Solana getting down there. Wow. We'll see how far down Solana goes. Polkadot's another big one. I actually want to switch over real quick. And I am going to have, once I get done with the Crypto Watch desktop here, I'm going to just play out, actually with no music, because we are on YouTube. And I got to get back to some coding. I'm working on a crypto wallet, but I'm testing the new NBMiner on Hive OS version 41.3. Let me double check something actually on Firefox. Yeah, that's good. So, yeah, version 41.3. I was using 41.0, and I was able to auto update Hive OS. Just by, selecting. I literally had to select it in the flight sheet in Hive OS. Leaving it on latest, using latest was not working for me, so I had to manually set it to in the web browser UI. You can download NBMiner manually, with wget, things like that. I don't like doing that unless I can definitely verify the source. I was on Rocket Chat. Somebody had NBMiner on a Discord attachment. No, I'm not doing that. Sorry. I don't install miners unless they're from the source, and everyone else should too. So always download your miners directly. If you're running on Windows and you say you want to get LOL miner or NBMiner running on Windows, always download directly from source, from the source site, the source code. Do not use mirrors because those could have some kind of Trojan horse. You have no idea. So I wanted to check out, let's see, tickers. We want a portfolio. Yeah, I want to go back in time here for Polkadot. Yeah, that took a long time to load. Polkadot's kind of crammed in here, but yeah, I mean, I'm getting hit hard. I don't have a ton of Polkadot. I bought a bunch up, but it is sinking. That's not good. I definitely do not think eventually we're going to get to a point in the crypto markets where literally it's possible that, you know, say Polkadot, the entire platform, that's it. It's gone. They shut it down. I don't think we're there yet. I think that's could be 2 to 3 years away, maybe 5. But we would have to have a brutally long bear market for a lot of these platforms to just bag it in. But I'm going to keep note of this. I'm going to keep note of where everything's at. But yeah, I think there's I was reading, I don't know if it's accurate, but they're saying 40% of people owning Bitcoin are basically underwater, right? So whatever, they bought it 35,000 or something like that, or they bought it 40,000. Now it's looking at threatening to dip below 30,000. Have to see. XML, XLM, Doge really down in the dumps as usual. Cardano .65. Oh, I'm not sure on this stream, but the guy who left Ethereum, and I forget his name, but he then started up Cardano. He was on what was it? What's that Italian woman? She's an anchor, finance anchor. I think it was on Fox. But I think I saved the video. I might have that on a later stream. Pretty interesting interview. I think he did a good job of communicating. Let me go back to tickers. So Ergo at 2.7, and definitely seeing Ethereum Classic, which I'm pretty sure, if not, I'm gonna have to set it now. I was almost certain. Maybe it didn't save. Let's get rid of this ETH. Kraken, ETC. Let's do that in USD. There it is. Ethereum Classic down to 24.141. But I'm actually doing all right with the tests that I've done with mining Ethereum Classic. I can actually accrue it at a decent level, considering it's at 24.14 and Ergo's at 2.7. But I'm gonna be we've got the great hash rate migration. Imagine that's still going with Son of a Tech. But obviously these unlockers that have been released first came out with NiceHash, which basically you can. There was another miner on YouTube that called it the Walmart of crypto mining, but there may be some truth to that. But and I don't know if that's a bad thing. But I definitely am cautious of NiceHash just because of they basically take your GPU power and they try to figure out, you know, the best way to mine with it. But they're doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and you don't know what kind of deals they're doing. You don't know what's going on. I mean, there's a lot of activity there, and they have had some issues in the past. But I am going to check it out on an external. I've got an NVMe drive in a USB enclosure that's really fast. I'm going to run Windows 10 on that just as a backup drive. I already have Windows on there. I'm going to get NiceHash on there and see if I can accrue some Bitcoin, and then we can throw like I have enough Bitcoin, like $100, you know, maybe $500. We'll throw a party and I'll buy pizza for everybody. But I'm definitely going to check that out. And yeah, so we'll see. The great hash rate migration should still be going on this Friday, but as I said, Son of a Tech's Rocket Chat is Discord. I mean, definitely the Rocket Chat. It's all about the LHR unlockers right now. So, but I am planning to stream a lot this Friday for the great hash rate migration. That's basically the migration away from Ethereum mining. which could be happening in 2 months, 5 months, 8 months. We don't know. That's the whole tricky part about it, making it very mysterious. The Ethereum developers, they can't really tell the miners exactly when. There's a difficulty bombs that do go off when you mine Ethereum. That makes it harder and harder to mine Ethereum. So a lot of people are starting to move away. So we'll see. This Friday, I'm going to be streaming and probably switching between Ergo and Ethereum Classic. If I have enough time, I might do a test on I have a rig with all NVIDIA 3000 series cards. I might test Flux with that. If I can do that before Friday, I might have that. Looking at Parallel Miner and getting the breakout boxes, and looking to build Flux rigs that are good at running Flux, that can take the power. You know, the power supplies are good. Those 6-pin breakout boxes, all that stuff. It's a bunch of stuff I got to learn with all that. I've never used Parallel Miner, but I've heard good things, so I'm gonna look into that. So yeah, and a lot of people are saying Ethereum Classic. I mean, it's now getting down to like $1. At least last time maybe $1.73 a day per GPU, give or take, around there. So that's not good. But I'm working on a crypto wallet, so I mean, yeah, obviously, you know, I'm mining. I want to accrue crypto, but I also need to accrue crypto to test with, especially on all the mainnets, Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever it is, Ethereum Classic. So if I can mine enough to test with, then I can test on mainnet with the crypto wallet. One of the problems with crypto development is that the test tiers, the test nets, are not stable, and they don't put, for some of the platforms, they don't put much work into it. Bitcoin Cash, there's a few others where they're not putting much time into it. I'm going to leave this desktop running for a little bit. I've got a call that I have to get back to somebody. You know what? I'm actually going to switch over to Media Viewer, and I'm just going to let this run. Let's see. Just want to check something here. Something doesn't seem right. OS. Just not centering properly on the screen. Let me reload. Actually, that's a bit strange why it's doing that. Hold on a sec. Let me check what's going live. I'm gonna have to do some type of edit transform here. Oh, I think I know what. Let's see. I have actually 2 layers going here, and sometimes Chrome screws that up. So if I turn off Hive, and let's see, I go back to CoinDesk, that works. Now, if I turn Hive back on, it's still there like that. All right, so let's see. I take some off the bottom. That's still a bit irritating. Let's see. I don't know why. OBS really has a lot of anomalies. And as you can see, the other layer switched the browser tab. This will work. I'll leave it there like this. I'm not sure what. That'll work for now. Yeah, I gotta leave it on here, get back to somebody, and do a few things. But I am here. Post in the chat. You have questions. Oh, we got any word. I haven't seen any word in a long time. Any words in the chat. I didn't know if you're okay or not. I've been streaming I haven't been streaming as solidly, but good to see you. Any word says UST peg failed. I was seeing something on CoinDesk about that. Any word? Hold on a second. I just got to get back to somebody on a text message. It's my brother, so I have to get back to him. So yeah, getting back to the chat. Anywhere, UST peg failed. Let me in another browser. Let me check out CoinDesk. CoinDesk. Wow, Bitcoin real close to going below sub 30,000. Interesting times. Bitcoin recovers to 32K after dipping below 30K. It must have went below 30K. I didn't see that. I have nothing better to do to just watch crypto trackers. All right. UST woes draw spotlight in Janet Yellen's Senate hearing on financial risks. I'm not going to put it up on the stream because I'm testing this miner, and I just want to show that off. And if I switch my browser tab, it's going to get buggy, and then I'm going to have to reconfigure everything. But I'm going to read from the CoinDesk article. Hearing on financial risk, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen highlights the latest news on UST algorithmic stablecoin losing its dollar peg during Senate Banking Committee hearing. Posted 10:38 this morning. Here's everybody's favorite crypto grandmother. Janet Yellen is a crypto expert. She can actually program the assembly language. She can do that in her sleep. We're talking Janet Yellen, Secretary of the Treasury right here. She's looking good. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen highlighted difficulties of UST during a Senate Banking Committee hearing on risk to the financial system. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen focused on the ongoing distress of stablecoin UST during testimony before a U.S. Senate panel on Tuesday, just hours after the reportedly dollar-pegged token plummeted to a low of 0.65. And at least one platform halted trading. So, I mean, what's happening is obviously the war in Ukraine, China, Russia, Iran, many countries, even India, the biggest country out of them all, just basically buying oil directly from Russia, blah, blah, blah. The U.S. petrodollar, U.S. dollar strength definitely weakening. Is this part of that? As the Senate Banking Committee hosted a hearing on risk to the stability of the U.S. financial system, Yellen told senators that UST experienced a run and had declined in value. I think this simply illustrates that this is a rapidly growing product and that there are risks to financial stability, and we need a framework that's appropriate, she said. She later said legislation to added crypto regulation would be appropriate this year. And also, I just have to check real quick. I am streaming, I am dreaming on YouTube, and I just need to check the stream, make sure it has not blown up. I could have gotten a copyright. I could be arrested at any moment for streaming on YouTube, so I have to baby it and definitely watch it all the time, even when I'm sleeping. So it looks okay. It's running. It says it's live. All right, great. Back to the CoinDesk article, UST dipping below to 0.65. I think that simply illustrates that this is a rapidly growing product and there are risks to financial stability. We need a framework that's appropriate, she said. She later said legislation to address crypto regulation would be appropriate this year. Oh, really, Janet? Thank you. That's what they said last year. Not that I really want crypto legislation because I don't think there's many people that have confidence in these politicians, but what can you do? Also, real quick on the New York moratorium on Bitcoin mining in New York State. I'll have the article, pull up the article on a later stream, but I was reading an article yesterday. The moratorium is going to be like they have a bin where they put bills where they don't want to deal with them, right? I don't know what the exact process is called, but they're basically like, we're throwing this bill over here in this bin, and we're not going to deal with it. And we might check it out later. That's where the moratorium is. They're looking at a 2-year moratorium on preventing any new Bitcoin mining operations from being set up in New York State. There's actually a big one. It begins with a G, Green Ridge or something like that. That one's will not be affected. It can still go, still run, but it sends a really bad sign to the crypto markets in general. If you politicians start regulating like that, it's a really bad sign, and it can lead to issues. So, New York State will really shoot itself in the foot. We are headed towards a hardcore recession. All right, I'm not saying it's going to be as bad as 2008. I'm also not saying the housing market. The housing market, I believe, will not crater in all markets in the next year or two. I believe there will be certain markets where it will be hit hard. But I believe we're going to gradually just go back to something that's kind of like the 80s, where the interest rates just keep rising and rising. And yes, it will get harder and harder to buy a house unless you can put like 50% down or buy it in cash, like a mobster or something like that. Unfortunately, that's the way it's going. But I'm hoping we can get to the day where I can actually earn interest on CDs or something and tax shelters and blah, blah, blah. But feds have raised interest rates. They did 0.25 a month or two ago, where it was March. They did a 50-pointer just recently, and the Fed is saying they're going to do another 50-point raise. So I think I think you're going to see some dips in housing prices, and it's going to be harder for people, which is the majority of buyers, to get mortgages. But yeah, I just want to take a look at this again. Ongoing distress of stablecoin UST. Well, I don't know. I think overall this is good. That Janet is at least engaging crypto. She's not going on, it's the end of the world and we need to shut it down. So I think there's a real, you know, the U.S. Fed is really focusing on a crypto stable coin that they can back, and who knows, I'm sure the Fed might even get to the point where they're really going to make it hard for other stable coins to compete, Tether, what have you. There's a lot of stable crypto coins out there that are pegging to the U.S. dollar because it's still the strongest currency. But I don't know how much longer that's going to last. In another 2 to 3 years, you might see you're going to see a decline, obviously, in the U.S. dollar. Will crypto replace that? Will Bitcoin replace that? Will, you know what I mean? Can the U.S. actually get a digital currency, a CBDC, to replace that? And let's hope we don't have to fight a war about it with Russia or whoever. So looking back at Anywords chat, apparently Luna is bring down the whole market along with the Great Depression. Hadn't been on DLive for a while. I heard Terra was selling Ethereum to pay for the PEG backing, and it failed. Now they are selling BTC to cover the PEG loss. I wouldn't touch Luna coin now. Still like Solana and privacy coins. Solana is really getting hit hard. I bought a bunch around 40. And it's dipping. It's dipped, though. It's dipped down in this range. I have to see. Let's see where it goes. Tell you the truth, I've got confidence in Solana. I mean, Solana had a recent issue again, a 7-hour hardcore system of a down where they couldn't even process transaction, which is really bad for market perception of Solana. You know, Solana doesn't want to become what Twitter was back in the day when Twitter was trying to grow. You would see that stupid little whale animation. They'd come up with some silly, like, goofy, friendly little thing to put up on the screen when Twitter was down or couldn't handle load. And it turned a lot of people off. Why do you want to use a service that doesn't work? It was a 7-hour down. It wasn't a 24-hour. It wasn't a 48-hour. I mean, that would have been brutal. But, yeah, I mean, Solana is the second most used for NFTs. So that, to me, it's really, you know, that you want to look at good market share. And NFTs, I've been telling everybody, I'm a broken record. I don't know how many people listen to me, but it's not a lot. But anyway, NFTs are programmable, and they are going to evolve into something that we cannot understand. And I am trying to set some side. I'm working on it to build an NFT from the ground up. I'm going to program and do all these bells and whistles, and I'll throw it out there. And I really think NFTs are the key to blockchain and everything else. There's a lot of people out there that are just already sick of NFTs, but I've yet to see somebody do something truly extraordinary with the programmable aspect of NFTs, and I'm going to take a shot at it. So my only concern is IPFS storage and long-term storage, and I can always figure out store it on my VPS and use IPFS as backup. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. IPFS is just not getting stable enough. It's not evolving fast enough. Scalability, stability, all of that. For NFTs, and there's all this money in NFTs, and they can't figure out IPFS. I don't get it because we're not. This isn't the first iteration, the first generation of the internet. We're on the third generation. We have the technical know-how to make IPFS functional, scalable, efficient. So what is preventing that? Something is preventing that. possibly big tech. Not sure, because IPFS is a free community service, kind of like what we had back in the day with news groups. Anyword asks in the chat, is it possible to mint crypto Cavemans? I mean, you can create any kind of NFT if you want, as long as you're not stealing somebody else's, copyrighted NFT, right? I've posted, check out some of my past streams. Actually, I actually have to start getting some of my crypto streams up on Odyssey and wherever else I can get it. But there was a video that it's already old, and the NFT creation process is accelerating rapidly. And there's a lot of third parties that are starting to handle the creative process for you, so that you don't have to write as much code. But I'll have to find the past stream. But you can also check out, YouTube's probably has the most videos. Just check out how to create NFTs. The last time I looked at it, it was primarily focused on Node, which is what I'm using actually, Node and Electron, to create a crypto wallet. So I know Node well, and it's pretty basic I've been programming for a while, so. But I think still, even for someone that's never programmed, it's as long as you have a good tutorial, it's good, and it's a good time to get in and learn how to create NFTs, because you can learn them now and then leverage these third parties that kind of are starting to do more and more of the legwork, so to speak, and see which third parties are the best to use. But yeah, I am definitely setting aside time. We'll be creating NFTs soon. I'm just busy with the crypto wallet right now. Let's see. Just got to check my rig here, make sure it hasn't blown up. And another thing with these, the NBMiner unlock, T-Rex now has a LHR unlocker and a nice hash. Nice hash was the first. When will Ethereum go to proof of stake? I mean, I'm getting the most hash rate I've ever gotten. And the only issue is that these difficulty bombs keep going off. So it makes it harder and harder to mine Ethereum. So it's just like you're trying to get uphill and you're getting, somebody's throwing a big rock at you. But I think, I mean, I have to really set a date where I just stop mining Ethereum. And I don't know when that's going to be. Obviously, if they go to proof of stake in 2 days, the decision, I mean 2 months, it'll be decided for me. But it's possible Ethereum will not go to proof of stake till October or first quarter next year, 2023. So, and it will have. It will have. I have my FaceTime, my iPhone connected to my Hackintosh, so I get all my calls as FaceTime. I'm actually going to put it on Do Not Disturb because it's kind of rude. All right, I think I'm going to take a look at some headlines on the crypto. Let's see. I'm going to do crypto. Yeah, crypto desk. I may switch to, may turn off YouTube in a little bit here and put the crypto tracker back on with some music. as I got to get back to the crypto wallet. But let's see what's out there for CoinDesk. CoinDesk has this consensus by CoinDesk 2022. I don't know if they're gonna have a virtual. Will they have a? Check it out. I'll post it in the chat. If anyone's interested. But the Consensus 2022 experience is a showcase and celebration of all that crypto has to offer, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be in Austin, Texas, from June 9th to the 12th. I could drive down to Texas. But, yeah, this looks like an in-person event. Hard to tell these days with COVID. But COVID is waning, at least the hysteria around it. So this looks like 900 conference, blah, 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 view agenda. Just want to see who's... Well, I'd really like to check this out remotely. I don't want to drive all the way down to Texas. But anyway, it's there. Consensus, Austin, Texas, June 9th to the 12th. There's also another one, June 7th to the 8th in Austin. So let me get back to CoinDesk. I just want to see what's in the headlines here on CoinDesk. EU ban on tax haven crypto firms could breach trade law. Commission warns. So EU starting to go after crypto firms for taxes. That was to be expected. Wow, this is interesting. My friend Jacob, who helped me start Variant News, originally from Liberia and has roots now in Ghana. I may actually be going to Ghana. We're gonna have to plan it either the end of this year or next year. But I'm looking into going to Ghana and looking to recruit some developers there, maybe even teach in Ghana, teach programming in Ghana. It's kind of all in the planning stage, but just hoping we don't have another COOF episodes and all that, and then you can't travel anywhere, because that would not be good. But checking out CoinDesk, Paradigm maybe, enters Africa with 30 million round for super app Jambo. The Congo-based startup is building a platform for Web3 user acquisition. I think the entire continent of Africa, I mean, everybody has a cell phone there. It is definitely, I think, a great market, it's, they say, the last emerging market. And unfortunately, the CCP has done so much to try to ravage the resources across the entire continent of Africa. And then you still have the U.S., France, and the rest of those countries that are saying they're going to try to compete with China with what they do with their Silk Road initiative. But I'm always fascinated by what goes on in Africa. But here we go. CoinDesk Jambo, a Congo-based startup building a Web3 user acquisition platform. I'll put it in the chat. And I'm going to send this to Jacob. But here it is. So Jambo is a Congo-based startup building a Web3 user acquisition platform. Has closed a $30 million Series A funding round led by Paradigm, marking the crypto native investing giant's first investment in Africa. We started Jambo last year with the mission to onboard the next million and potentially billion African people to Web3, wrote James Zhang, Jambo's CEO and co-founder, along with his sister Alice, in an announcement blog post. As blockchain and fintech enthusiasts ourselves, we're bullish on Web3's potential to bring prosperity to every corner of Africa. Where we are seeing the youthful, educated, and smartphone-savvy population already embracing crypto at a rapid clip. So this is interesting. I've been trying to help Jacob's wife set up Kraken in Ghana. I even did like a remote session with her, but I don't know if it's the Ghana. The government of Ghana is pretty conservative, and they do have some anti-crypto issues. So I don't know if it's they're just not wanting to get people onto exchanges, but it's been very difficult. But if I can get to Ghana, then I can actually be there, and go through the process. See if we can get them set up with Kraken. That would be a really unique opportunity. But I bet you the U.S. dollar, by the time I get to Ghana, the U.S. dollar will be so much in the toilet. Ghana's currency will be worth more than the U.S. dollar. As Paradigm's first investment in Africa, we couldn't be more excited. Blah, 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 blah. In November, Paradigm launched a record-breaking $2.5 billion crypto fund, topping the prior $2.2 billion record held by Andreessen Horowitz. That's the guy from Netscape. And Jambo raised $7.5 billion, a seed round in February with Coinbase. Coinbase is probably the biggest exchange out there. It's in the top 3. So what else we have at CoinDesk? And I think I'm just going to do one more story, and then I got to get back to crypto mining. Like I said, if you're in the chat, just leave a message. I am here. And it's good to see you anywhere. I haven't seen you in a while. It's good you're doing okay. And what else? What else is on CoinDesk? Ripple effects of UST stablecoin collapse. Michael Saylor's Bitcoin bet under pressure, and more. I might want to take a look at that, but let's see what else is here. Let's see. UK promises new laws to promote seize crypto. That one's pretty interesting. And let's see. So coming straight off CoinDesk, UK promises new laws to promote seize crypto. Prince Charles promised laws on economic crime and financial services as he introduced. Hold on a sec here. As he introduced the government's legislative agenda at the formal opening of a new session of Parliament. Here they are with all those little funny things that he wears. He's got all these great medals on. Everybody looks absolutely marvelous. That doesn't look like the Queen. That's not Queen Elizabeth. I'm not sure who that is right there with that big hat. Looks female. The gender looks female, but I am not sure. I do not want to misgender anyone. If I do, you cannot take legal action of any sort against me. I do the best that I can with the information that I have. The UK will introduce legislation this year to regulate the crypto industry and ensure the profits of ransomware can be seized by the authorities. Prince Charles, the heir to the throne, formally opened the new session of Parliament with the government's legislative program and announced a new financial services law to cut red tape in this sector in the wake of Britain's exit from the European Union. Alongside a long-awaited bill on fighting economic crime, the agenda known as the Queen's Speech is usually presented by the 96-year-old monarch who was unable to participate due to the episodic mobility problems. So this woman here is her replacement? I don't know. But you see this guy over, you see the guy over on the right with the red robe looking weird and stuff. There's a woman, an elderly woman to the left. I'm not sure who that is. I don't know if that's the Queen's replacement, but there you have it. I've never understood how the monarchy remains in the UK and what real power they have. Parliament is supposed to have power, but then Prince Charles or whoever starts moving their lips and people are supposed to listen to them. I don't know. I'm not from the UK. If you are from the UK, you're in the chat. Please let me know what the hell is going on. One new law aims at supporting the safe adoption of cryptocurrencies. A government briefing published Tuesday alongside the speech said a separate economic crime and corporate transparency bill, the ECCTB, maybe, will create powers to more quickly and easily seize and recover crypto assets, which are the principal medium used for ransomware. Oh my God. They are stating the world will end because of ransomware, so they must have ultimate power and seize your crypto. That's great. As always, I mean, we talked about it on the streams here. You know, everybody, a lot of people on DLive all around the goddamn world. Wallets were seized. Trucker convoy in Ottawa, in Canada. But my impression was a lot of that was happening on the Coinbase exchange. I'm still trying to get verification that literally they went into people's houses and like got their 12-word phrases and stuff like that. I have not gotten 100% confirmation of that. But regardless, it really doesn't matter whether that's true or not. What matters is how are we going to secure our crypto moving forward? And I'm thankful that I work on a crypto wallet because I can program crypto wallets and do wallet-to-wallet transfers. So I'm not too worried about it. If I got to go set up some solar panels and live in a cave somewhere, I might have to do that. But moving on in the article, they say there will also be a civil forfeiture power for those who cannot be criminally prosecuted. Financial Services Minister John Glenn in April unveiled a suite of measures to issue a state-backed non-fungible token, NFT, regulate stablecoins, and make the UK a crypto hub. Good luck with that, UK. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has also increased the pressure to tackle the flow of dirty money into the country. And I just want to go back to the New York moratorium on Bitcoin mining. Obviously, we are heading into some kind of recession, but you know, it comes back to this. Look at the UK. Everybody, every country, every politician, they're all trying now that crypto is in the mainstream, they're all trying to get into the game now. And why would New York shoot itself in the foot? You know, you got it right here. UK is trying to get into this. I imagine UK is probably going to do the same thing in New York State and say that Bitcoin mining is climate change and it's killing us and we're all going to die. But I'll do some research on that. See what. But from the last time I checked, there's not much crypto mining happening in the UK. But I am hoping New York State will hold out. That politicians, and actually that reminds me, Albany. I'm going to take a look and see, from what I read, there's protests, and I don't know if it was this Monday that just passed, but there may be future protests on the moratorium, the 2-year moratorium on Bitcoin mining in New York State. So I may take a drive to Albany. It wouldn't be a long drive, and it wouldn't be a short drive. So I might do a live stream there and at the event and on the way back. I have to see. I'm also in the process of trying to buy a car. So it's probably not good to take the temp car that I have. But I'm hoping that at least the moratorium, there'll be ongoing protests of it to make sure that it just gets thrown away and the bill's not sitting somewhere in a bin where they put it back into circulation. So we will have to see, my friend. So thank you once again, Any Word, for hanging out in the chat. Greatly appreciated. Your questions are always appreciated. But I am going to transition to stream, so I'm just going to end it and then get off YouTube, and then stream will still be live on DLive and a few other places, and I'm going to go back to the crypto tracker. But I'll see everybody on the flip side in a little bit. And let me do the outro. And thank you once again, YouTube, for letting me stream on your platform. I really appreciate it. I think you do a great job and an outstanding job in fighting copyright claims. I think it's an important action that you need to take. Be as aggressive as possible. I love it. I love the YouTube platform. I can't get enough of it. I want to bathe in YouTube greatness. All right, so thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Google, for existing. I just, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, everyone, for listening to me babble. And if all goes well, I will see you on the flip side.